Richard, it says you're connecting to audio. Are you connected? Are you there, Richard? Hi, Gert.
Video
Hi.
played a huge role in helping us solve this crime.
Mike?
Getting video from the gas stations and ultimately the turnpike, the toll booth video.
Now what?
That was the thing that broke it wide open.
Saddest thing about life was that I don't get to be with. He took away the fact that we were going to spend time together.
Are you there, Gert?
Yeah, I am, but can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
How do I do that? Real.
It says Richard Port is here, but I don't see him.
I was never able to get a ring. Just tell her I didn't.
Somebody.
So this is being recorded, right? Well, you can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what I
Now that I
did.
turned my speakers on,
Okay,
it's my fault.
okay.
Describe what she hears as
That's a new one.
behind her.
So I saw Joanne's not coming.
Yeah, too bad.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about Jim and Carol, though.
Well, I'm trying to get some sleep, but these motel walls.
You always remember. You're always there. I didn't remember till 2 minutes ago. I thought, ooh, it's almost time.
My father was a fisherman, my mom was a fisherman's friend, and I was born with the boredom and the chowder. So when I reached my prime, I left my home in the Maritime.
Is that your music, Bert?
Oh, John's watching the TV, yeah.
Oh.
I could move to the other room.
Richard, can you hear us? It says Richard Port, but I don't see you or and I don't hear you.
Holes in my confidence, holes in the knees and my jeans. I was left without a
Is Marita home?
No, she's not. I wonder if her ears are burning. Yeah, I can tell some stories about Marita now that she's not here.
Jim. Coming in.
There's Jim, yeah.
Here,
Hello.
I finally.
Hi, Richie. Oh, Jim.
Hi.
Hey, there's Jim. Now it's official.
I had trouble finding the audio.
I'm calling Gert. No, you're not. My father was a fisherman. My mom was a fisherman's friend.
So did you get rid of all your snow, Jim?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we did. It's stinking hot.
One extreme to the other.
Yeah, Katrina called the other night and said that they had a 110 miles an hour winds in Tulsa, and it put a branch through the wall of their den.
Wow.
and they're without electricity until Saturday.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Ouch. When is she coming to visit?
Oh, I'm pretty sure this is the one.
Well, her mother-in-law lives there in Tucson or Tulsa, and she was not affected. She's got electricity, so they go over there and charge their cell phones and do other necessary things.
So Gertie, how's Sherry's husband doing?
Difficult yet.
Could always stop and ask.
I haven't
What
talked to him.
happened?
He had a doctor appointment yesterday. He was at their home in Ogallala at the lake, their cabin, they call it. Anyway, he was leaning over the rail trying to see something under it, and the rail gave way. And he landed
Oh,
on
boy.
it, head and shoulder there. So it was not very far. So that's probably what saved his spinal cord. Because he had the fracture of the second vertebrae. And a bunch of loose pieces of bone, I understand. So they went in from the front of the throat and put 2 screws in, closed him up.
Your class project.
But he's come up with some kidney problems after the surgery and some high blood pressure. So I think
Wow.
they're quieting down a little bit, but meanwhile, he's lucky to be alive, I guess.
Yeah, my goodness.
So he's, and then add insult to injury, it was his own rail,
Yeah.
you know?
So,
Yeah, they stopped by yesterday just on the way to the doctor's office, and
nonetheless.
he's not very comfortable. He's got a lot of phlegm right now. He can't lay down or he starts choking. So he was hoping the doctor could get rid of that. They have to
So
change
does he have, I suppose he has a brace holding his neck?
a collar. Yeah,
Oh, just a collar? Okay.
collar, really, really rigid collar. It really holds him in place collar.
Where was the railing?
It was on their home in Ogallala.
Oh, you know
Like
how,
a
you know how high
stair
it was?
landing or something?
Pardon?
Like a stair landing? Looking
No, it
down
was
on
the
the,
outside deck. It was the outside deck. And
oh, okay.
It was only like 4 foot off the ground. It just all his weight coming down on him.
Yeah.
You know how high the railing was?
Just average for on a deck railing. No, I don't.
I don't know what the residential code is right now, but it used to be 36 for residential and 42 for commercial.
Okay. Yeah, his is probably 36.
The one out at my lake house is less than 36. And one of Nick's friends was leaning up against it after he'd had a few too many drinks and fell a complete flight down onto the concrete right below.
No.
Yeah, broke his jaw, I think,
Oh my gosh.
and had that wired shut.
You think because it was too low?
Yeah, well, I think because he was drunk.
Yeah, yeah.
But yes, it was too low.
Being drunk maybe saved his fall some.
I don't know.
Huh. Well, Debbie says that Tommy built his rail with some driftwood
Oh,
to make it look good.
decorative.
So I don't know if that's what gave away. I don't know. But he didn't know it was broken. When did you say it happened, Debbie? On a Thursday or Friday? And they didn't drive home until Sunday. He didn't go to the doctor till Monday.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
he knew
He
he was
is lucky then. Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
So he's got a long ways ahead of him to get well. Sherry is off for about 10 days because they were going to go mountain bike riding in Colorado. I think tomorrow or Friday. Of course, that's canceled. So she's home off work, which helps. But she said they have to change that dressing, it's supposed to be every 2 or 3 days. And somebody has to be there to hold his head so he doesn't move up or down or sideways or anything while the dressing's being changed. And she says that's kind of hard to do, to get somebody there to change it with her.
Sure.
A lot of things.
At least he's got a live-in physical therapist.
Yeah, he does. Driving him nuts too. Don't do this, don't do that. Yeah, and he can't look down, so they bought a kind of a stand to put on top of the counter so he can have his food level with his mouth and reading. But so many things he can't do. He does do steps pretty good. But
Yeah. Did you get an email from Mike?
so Richie,
They call
It's tonight.
Yeah, we're fine.
I think it's
Yeah.
Go in a second. What do I-
Diane and Jim.
You must be what?
how have you been, Karen?
He sent 2 of them. The first one had the wrong day. And so look for the one, second one where he changed, corrected it to Wednesday. Okay.
You need anything, Deb? You need anything?
Joanne and I haven't done anything about the sibling reunion location or date just because I know she was stressed with trying to line up Jim's internment and everybody being able to be there that wanted to be there and stuff. So we'll have to get on the stick pretty soon and get that taken care of.
Doesn't time just go?
Oh my goodness. We're so busy this summer. It's wonderful, but like, whoa, where's all the time going?
Yeah, it'll be winter in no time at all.
Yeah, I know it will.
There's the Boviers. And I
There
sent
you
the
are.
wrong link, Jim.
Hello, I need to follow directions better.
You're here.
Glad you could join us.
Glad to be here.
We're talking about dates, and Marita and I have scheduled our flight to go down to the Galapagos.
Oh,
That's
wow.
exciting.
Yeah.
We're leaving on July 19th and coming back on the 25th.
How fun.
Yeah,
I heard they had giant raindrops down there.
yeah. Well, they have big turtles. I guess they could have big raindrops too. Marita's always been a birder, and she wants to go see the blue-footed boobies.
Blue-headed boobies,
Blue-footed
Footed.
boobies.
blue-footed.
They do this courtship dance. I guess they hop around on one foot or something.
Well, you gotta get a video
Oh,
of
well,
that.
tell Steffi that. She'll try that.
I sure hope she sees them.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been selling some odd items out of the lake house because I'm trying to sell the house. And one of the things I had listed on Facebook Marketplace was one of these 42-inch diameter trampolines.
Wow.
And it was in pretty rough shape, but I listed it for $5. And this woman responded, and her wallpaper picture was a picture of her doing a handstand. So when she came to pick up the trampoline, I said, "Oh, so are you a gymnast?" And she says, "Well, not anymore, but I want the trampoline for my goats."
Oh, boy.
So I've asked her to send us a video of the goats using the trampoline. She says she's going to.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Never know what you run into.
Yeah.
I bet she was thrilled to find that $5 trampoline.
Yes. I imagine so.
Hopefully.
And you were probably thrilled to get rid of it.
How are you coming with the house?
Slowly but surely, getting stuff out of it. And the guy across the street says he wants to buy it. So I'll invite him over maybe next week sometime to come give me an idea of what he thinks it's worth.
It should sell pretty fast with the way the market's going.
I
Well,
agree.
Yeah, it's kind of that way here too. We get flyers in the mail about how much is your house worth? Well, everybody wants to list your house for 6% interest.
Yeah. Well, good luck on that.
Thank you.
So your trip, you're flying out from Kansas City, and where do you fly into? Right to the Galapagos or what?
Well, we go to Atlanta. It's a Delta flight, so we go to Atlanta. And then from Atlanta, we go to Ecuador somewhere. I can't remember if it's Quito or what, which is the capital. I think that's one of the options. And then from there, we take another flight to one of the big islands on the Galapagos.
Wow. Have you been to that part of South America?
I've never been south of the equator before.
Wow, big trip.
Yeah.
And you're going with another couple, is that right?
Yes, some friends of Marita's. Well, friends of mine now too, of course, but originally friends of hers. He used to write for the Kansas City Star, and then when they laid him off, as all newspapers are contracting these days, they decided to go, he and his wife decided to go to Africa in the Peace Corps. And they were in Namibia for 2 years. So we asked them if they'd like to join us, and they said, sure. Should be fun. We're going on the boat we're going on is a 16-person catamaran. So it's a little bit big, but plenty small. I didn't want to go on one of these tours with 3,000 other people.
Yeah,
I'm glad it's a smaller boat than that.
and I'm glad it's one of the Twitch people.
That's
too.
kind of small though.
Well, it's 3 stories.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And they have 8 cabins on each on 2 top levels, and then the top level is a sun deck maybe.
Yes.
And 2 levels of cabins.
Okay.
Well, that sounds really neat.
Yeah, I think with 16 people, we'll be able to sort of get to know the people a little bit better than if you're
Sure.
in a group with 6.
And you already have a shared interest, so
Yes,
that's really nice.
Nice.
It's not like it's a drinking cruise or anything.
no.
It's wonderful. Oh, absolutely.
Mine, we have our honeymoon.
So I didn't realize that the Galapagos were actually south of the equator. They must not be very far south.
They're kind of right on the equator. I think some of them are probably north and south. I haven't seen the equator drawn on any of the maps yet, but
Oh, okay.
they're very close. And I think they're in the same time zone as Central Time Zone for most of the country anyway.
Huh,
Yeah.
His husband.
Well, if you have a signal, send us a picture of a blue-footed booby.
Oh yeah, we will. We'll send them out to everybody.
Perform their dance when we get together.
Good one.
Thank you.
Wow, look at that view.
So talking about going south of the equator, Justin and Murray are planning a trip to New Zealand over Thanksgiving.
Oh my.
Hello.
That sounds like fun.
Stunning view,
What?
isn't it? Yes. Barstow International.
They just kind of drawn to the landscape and the scenery and
We just got the paperwork.
Yeah, and I think they're looking at making some reservations to see some of the Lord of the Rings
You did the right thing.
Oh, I see.
Okay,
stuff
so
there.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the reason they're going, but
anybody know what happened to Miss
There,
Ringstone?
I think there'll be lots of hiking and
You know these workaholic bosses.
Yeah.
No perspective. They work
So how did
with-
Lord of the Rings get down there, Jim?
that's where they filmed it, in New Zealand.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Mrs. Aston says that's what her husband would have wanted. They take the annual company dance very seriously here. It's what all teenagers.
House and granddaughters, Carol.
Anyway. back to
Oh, okay.
you've got a house full, huh?
No, I say, how's your granddaughters?
Oh, ours, they're delightful, keep us busy. Jim had them for a little while this afternoon while Ellie had a dental appointment while I was at church. And then we get them for quite a bit of the day tomorrow.
Nice.
We usually get them on Thursdays. Ellie comes for lunch and then the girls stay for the afternoon. So yeah, it's very nice. Keeps us moving.
Yeah, yeah. They grow up so fast.
Welcome to the
2 and 5 are such fun ages, though.
Yeah.
It was so funny Sunday, the kids were all here for Father's Day and Stephanie was organizing games for us to play. And we had to do silly dances and stuff. It's like, who made this kid ringmaster?
She did herself, probably, yeah.
Yep.
Now Christmas started with Merry Movie Week. 7 days of holiday movies to bring.
You get to see some of your kids, Mike, for Father's Day?
I don't think I saw any of them on Father's Day, no.
Yeah, it's all right. That's what you get for being such a bad dad.
But I did hear from all of them.
Yeah.
How about Richard? Did he have a good Father's Day?
Yeah, he kept busy. He has chickens and quails he's taking care of.
How many chickens?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
More than a dozen?
I'm not sure if he's got that many.
Oh, okay.
And the quail he got from our priest who's leaving, so.
Oh.
What kind of chickens?
Oh, I don't know.
White eggs or brown?
Pardon me?
White eggs or brown?
Well, they're still kind of young,
Oh, okay.
so we're getting quail eggs up the yin yang.
Oh, my.
From mowing or why? Or
We've
they-
got quail. The
Laying
priest
eggs.
that we had, he was keeping quail, and so he's got to get rid of them because he's going to Pocahontas and in a couple of weeks, so Rich took them.
That's
okay.
interesting.
So you're keeping them warm?
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, it's warm enough for him.
Well, we need Joanne here. We're not doing too good on conversation.
Yeah. Or Monica and Marie.
Yeah, Joanne's plans are that she's flying out to Minneapolis on August 2nd, is going to spend a few days with us, and then go down to Iowa City and spend some time with Jim and Kelly. And then I think on August 12th, they have the internment for Jim in Naperville, and then flying back to Phoenix on the 15th.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, they probably had their cemetery plot there already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's anywhere near Jim's parents, but could be that it's near them.
She's had her hands full.
I know she had some difficulty getting it arranged because she thought she had it figured out, and then somebody, what's her granddaughter's name? Mariah couldn't make it that date, so then she had it all arranged with the cemetery, so she had to track back and get everything refigured, so. But she hadn't made any plane reservations yet, so now, I don't know if she's got those made.
She's got those made, yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna drive her down, like to Clear Lake or someplace down there.
Or Decorah.
Yeah, Decorah. And meet up with Jim Weston, and then he'll take her back down to Iowa City. So Jim, Diane, and Jean will either try to get out there or have you come in here while she's here.
Yeah, I was just thinking of that. That'd be good. Yeah, we'll touch base and things get closer. We've been going into town maybe 1 or 2 days a week to see our granddaughters. So
yeah,
maybe work around that, or we'll figure something out. But yeah.
Sure. Just want to let you know we're thinking about you.
Thank you. Yeah, we're out here in the boonies. Yep. Thank you.
Tom, Mark invited them himself. And my husband here is actually a very experienced dancer.
My devil. That explains it. You married a dancer. That's one way to get ahead here.
Tom, I doubt Sally.
So did you have your flower exchange this year, Carol?
You never know.
My plant sale, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a huge success. I sold out completely. I've never sold out completely before. And I didn't think I was going to sell. There's one kind of pasta that I had, 40 pots, one time. I sold them all. I thought I'd have a bunch left. I told Ellen, she had a neighborhood garage sale last weekend. I said, well, you can have what's left and sell them at your garage sale. There was nothing left. In fact, I had to go out in the street and tell people in cars that, no, I didn't have any, but I got more next year.
Yeah. That's nice. You're getting a name for yourself.
Were they all from your garden?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think she had a total of 80 pots that she sold.
86.
86 plants.
All bulb
Keep
plants.
that up. You're going to have to get a greenhouse permit or something, or a reseller permit.
I don't know what, one year somebody from the city was by just, to look at stuff, and he's like, whoa, this is great. So I don't think it's an issue.
Yeah. So what other kind of plants?
I had a couple of other pastas, and what else did I have?
Some couple ferns, some primrose.
Oh yeah, lots of, I have this one kind of primrose that's hardy up here. I sell a little pot for $5 a pot, and people, they're just finishing blooming when I have the sale all the time, and I always sell out of those.
Yeah, nice.
You sell them at cost, or how do you do that?
Well, they're just plants that I divide out of my garden.
Oh, I see.
So I hadn't divided that row of hosta for probably 3 years, and to look at it now, you'd never know I took anything out of there.
Is it a tuber?
Yes.
Hostas.
Yeah, I don't know what they look like underground. Do they?
Oh, they're just thick roots, and I give them a real nice division, so people are very happy.
Yeah.
And I sell them for $5 for a 6-inch pot, so people are very happy.
You make of a new girl.
We had one couple that they bought
Us and hired her for her husband.
20 pots from us.
Wow.
Yeah. And then she gave me the empty pots back, so I have pots for next year.
was gonna
Have
ask
you
you,
tried-
how do you get your pots?
Friends save them for me. You know, like you buy perennials in a pot, that's the size, the 6 inch across the top, that's the size I use the most. So people save them for me.
I was gonna ask you about your pots, or if you had a cord charge or something to get them back.
But, and actually, it's good to educate people because a lot of people didn't know that you can just take pots that, you know, you're not using anymore, you know, that perennials came in or something, you can take them to Home Depot and Lowe's and they'll recycle them.
What's that? Watch out for one another.
But if you know me, then people give me those pots so I can use them for my plant sale.
Good recycling.
Yeah, Home Depot recycles stuff. So does Walmart.
Mm.
Their plastic bags. Did you hear about that recently?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They were throwing
company
them
that's
away.
really put in like 40 different sensors in various containers for recycling plastic bags at places like Walmart and or some of the other places.
Some grocery stores, and I think there were some Targets involved too.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, only like 30% of them actually made it to recycling places. The rest of it
Yeah.
went to incinerator.
Yeah, that's why we use as
So-
little of those as possible. We use cloth bags for all of our groceries.
Yeah.
You can just take them and wash them as often as you want.
And they're sturdier.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. I even made some of those. The people that moved in next door, last year, they threw out all the drapes that were in the house. And the drapes that were in the kitchen dining area were nice, sturdy woven fabric. And I took that, I was thinking I could wash them because they'd been out in the rain. I could wash them and then take them to the secondhand store, but part shrank and part didn't. So the lining was sticking out on the bottom. So I took them apart and I've been using this fabric just for embroidery samples. But then I started making bags out of them. They make the nicest grocery, shopping bags. So I put like an embroidery design, different things on them. And I got them for the church craft sale this fall.
Sweet.
So they're
Recycled drapes.
reusable bags made from reclaimed fabric. Yep.
Do any of them have zippers?
No, they just have a pocket in the front and handles. They're about the shape of a paper grocery bag.
Yeah, okay.
Nice, simple design that's sturdy and a pocket. What I'm going to put on it for a description, the pocket in the front is to keep your plastic bag that you'd put apples in. Because if you take apples home,
I'm getting out of here.
And you take the apples out of the bag's still good. You didn't get it dirty. Put it in your pocket and you can use it the next time you buy apples. Because we don't know if that plastic is getting recycled. Probably not. So use it as many times as you can.
Right.
What are you getting?
I have some of the little mesh vegetable bags that are nice to have.
Mhm. But those, when you buy something that gets weighed, you don't want that extra weight that you're paying for over and over.
That mesh bag, light as a
Well, the
feather.
ones I have a pull closure with a toggle on it, so.
A little bit of weight
Those-
there.
Oh, it's
Mhm.
very useful after a lot of sun. You should try it. Why are you at me? Chapter Mrs. Aston.
Sebastian, this is not a game. There's a potential murder at large.
I know, and I get it, I do, but there are a lot of people to question. I look a bit weird if you approach them all.
Do you have a garden, Diane?
Tell me what you need to know.
Yep.
Things growing?
I don't know.
Yeah, our tomatoes are looking really good.
And besides,
I had a couple of cherry tomatoes already.
Nice.
Yeah, what else do we have? The peas, beans are all looking good.
Zucchini squash is coming along.
Slip in front of the dumb husband.
Planted 2 hills of okra this year,
Oh, yeah?
so, yeah.
Up to talk to her lover.
There's absolutely no
Never
evidence
planted
yet
that.
Patty Hamilton's involved with her.
Yeah. Let's compare notes after our chat.
We got 8 chickens, so we got 6 days a day now, so.
You can always approach her later.
Are those pretty chickens again?
Yeah, I got a farmer friend down by Gaylord, so I get them from him, and then about a month later they're laying. That way I get them. I like not having them to raise them the whole summer, but. Yeah.
I've got this all under control.
I say you're talking about plants. I tried to before Ron left to Florida. He had some ferns there. I guess some of them came from the farm and some came from Grandma Schutz. And I wanted to get some of those ferns before he headed out. He gave me 5 pots. I got them home and I didn't plant them in the best part of the yard. I've only got 2 left, so I need to replant them or have Diane help me get them going again because I don't want to lose the. Kind of like having to tie into Grandma Schutz's ferns and Larry's ferns from the farm for memento.
Oh, yeah, that is
Oh, yeah.
Hallmark movies in the
very
streets.
nice. Now, does
With the
Anne
best stars from
live in
Capital,
Ron's
more
house?
10 times miles on
I was
every
I understand.
And Mark does too, yeah. I could ask for more, I guess. I could go back in embarrassment, but I can't keep plants long enough. They might not give them to you. They might not give them to me, that's true, but yeah. He had a bunch, they were really good at Ron's house before he moved.
Yeah.
Watch.
And new adventures. You hope the more you give, the less they'll miss. But even if your team was vaccinated against meningitis.
Anybody heard anything from Ron? I think last I heard was good news, right?
That's
I have not heard anything.
Ron and Marlene are the ones I'm trying to recruit. I sent information and called Mark Hine to see if he would help Ron get on the Zoom meeting. And I've talked to Monica and Rod and Elissa to see if they can get Marlene in a meeting. And none of them are responding.
Well, you did your part for sure, Mike.
Yeah.
I have a question for the group, if I can get it in before we close, but I was wondering if anyone would object to having Fran on one weekend or 1 week, 1 month as a guest.
It would be
That'd be fine with us.
Yeah.
I think she would enjoy seeing everybody.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, thank you for that.
I saw an email from her a day or two ago. She was responding to Ron being out of the hospital. And she said that she had been in the hospital recently.
Yes, she's been in the hospital so many times I can't keep track of it all. I think the last time she went into the hospital, she was in rehab, and then they took her back to the hospital again. And then she was out. I think they're at the people at the senior living place where she is independent living. I think they want her to go into dependent living.
Yeah,
which is more expensive, but she may need
it
it.
looks like we've got less than a minute. Mike asked me to run the Zoom call next month since he's going to be in the Galapagos. So I will try to get it set up and let everybody know, and hopefully it goes well.
Good luck, Jim.
Okay.
Can you join us from there, Mike?
The cell phone service is very spotty, so I doubt that I'll have service. I think I'm going to be up in the air anyway, because that's the day we leave, the 19th. And